So that video spawned a movement that we've never seen the likes of, at least in my current history. So I've been a cop 30 years.
Folks to know, even from here in Arizona, that we stand with the folks in Minneapolis, but we got problems like that all over this country.
From a law enforcement perspective, no one trained you to do that. There is no training that tells you to engage with someone like that who's passively lying on the ground. It hurt my heart to see that. And then in talking to both of my sons, 26 and 27, they were baffled and in disbelief, and talking to my husband, baffled and disbelief. So it's just surreal and unbelievably disgusting. The level of voice that we're seeing now is unlike anything that the world has ever seen. So it is a moment in time for us to take pause, for us to listen. But I also want the public to listen to us too, because this is an us conversation, not an us versus them conversation. It's an us, it's a we conversation. So the tear gas and the pepper is only used when we're met with a level of force where people are throwing rocks, bottles, fireworks, and other devices that catch things on fire. I think anytime we have to meet things with a level of force, that's always a challenge. But I will say this, we're always willing to sit at the table. You know, you saw the guys take a knee yesterday. That's representative of the majority of the Phoenix Police Department. It's a pure show of peace. I couldn't tell you that any of those folks who knelt yesterday had the idea in their mind that at 8 o'clock last night that they were going to kneel, but because we lead with heart, so at that moment and at that time with that crowd, it just felt right to them, and it showed support. And thankfully, that was one of the first nights in a very long time that we were able to get home prior to 3 o'clock in the morning.
Our streets! Our streets! Our streets!
So there was no destruction. People got to exercise their voice, and we always talk about exercising your voice and having the public be able to do that and do that safely. Yesterday was a perfect example of that. If there are more protests, it would be great for them all to end the same exact way.
Prohibits any person from knowingly failing or refusing to obey this order.
I am concerned, I'll be honest with you, about what's coming later. As Floyd will be buried in Houston next week, what does that look like?
Black Lives Matter!
Is that more protests? Is that more angry protests with destruction and criminal activity? I don't know.